Well, the church right now is is uh, working with a new pastor, and I believe we're going to be able to reach out some. And the the church has been quite a ministry in the community, I believe. The Franklin Church came out of Shelbyville. We had quite a number of people that was living in that area in Johnson County, neighboring county, and there was a church available over there, a building that was available, and they took that over, and we didn't lose, but we had members that went over there to be a part of the Franklin Church, and it went real good. Discipleship, I think that's living for the Lord and reaching out to try to get other people to know Him too. First of all, you got to reach out and have people that are interested in church, which is a hard situation today. They'll promise you, but they don't show up. And well, prayer was one of the main things in any congregation. And with prayer, I believe we can have people that will be interested in the church. Financial support is one of the main things. We have a church that is well established with people who tithe. As far as needing extra money, it seems like the Lord always provides when we need it. But we have people who are very consistent with their tithe, and they make sure that they have it there. We have people who are maybe not too well, and they're not in church every Sunday. They'll send their tithe into the church, and so I think that's great when people feel their responsibilities to the church and help support it financially. Well, I think it's very important to be a volunteer to do things that need to be done. I think there's a lot of things, and it has been in the past in the Shelbyville Church. We've had different projects, and a lot of the men in the church knew how to go ahead with what we were working on. And we had a lot of volunteer and saved us lots of finances by having people that volunteered and help like that. Well, we've always had a good missions project going, and we had a lady in our church. We had two ladies in our church. One was older, and she was in Cuba. And then they had the uprising down there, and she had to leave, and she got out just in the nick of time at that time. And she was established in Florida then. And so we supported her, and then we had a girl that was in the church, and she had just graduated from nurses training, and she felt the call to go to missions. And she spent about 20-some years in Burundi. And of course, we supported her all the time that she was gone. And her parents were members of the church, but our church supported her year after year with no problem at all. Why do I do it? First of all, because I love the Lord. The church has just been my life. I suppose, I've said a lot of times, I suppose the first place I ever went, my mother took me to church. first place I ever went. And not because I just started out, but it's because I had the love for the church and love for God that I wanted to serve Him, and I wanted to work and be in the church. I think there's a lot of ahead for the Evangelical Methodist Church. I believe that I know locally that there is some promising people that would like to maybe attend our church and to see how we worship, and are thinking about changing churches. Not that we want to take anybody away from some other church, but if they're not pleased and not satisfied, if they would like to come and be a part of our congregation, I'm sure that our fellowship would be friendly with them. I think we have a good staff. I mean, the boards work good together, and no discord. The church, in all the years, that we've never really had any discord in that church. None. We've never had the so-called church splits or anything like that. It's always been a great fellowship.
If you know of a ministry that we need to know about, please give us a call, 888-641-8606, or take a look at our website, revelationstv.org.